This video was written by What If Football, a link to his channel will be in the description below. Running down the wing, Hear United Sing is a chant famously directed to Cristiano Ronaldo, whether he was around to hear about it or not, whether he wore the red of Manchester United, or even upon his first return to the club with Real Madrid in 2013. The winter of 2022, however, changed the lyrics ever so slightly. Whilst Cristiano Ronaldo was busy with the lighter fluid and burning Old Trafford bridges alongside Piers Morgan, one Alejandro Garnacho was hijacking his chant. Where once the Stretford end would finish the chant with Viva Ronaldo, they would now bellow out Viva Garnacho, one similarity in of itself between the two footballers. Another was in almost the final act of Manchester United's last fixture before the World Cup break in November. Is Craven Cottage at a Premier League game and it's 1-1 and heading towards a disappointing draw for United. Then a red-shirted player grabs the ball in the left and thunders the ball into the bottom corner, snatching a win all on his own. You may choose to remember Cristiano Ronaldo's title-turning goal away at Fulham in the depths of the 2006-2007 season. However, what we are actually talking about is Alejandro Garnacho's winner at the death to secure 3 points in West London in November 2022. Ronaldo's goal gave United the belief they could win the title after a 4-year drought, and Garnacho's winner instilled a confidence at Old Trafford that Erik ten Hag's revolution was working and that everything was going to be alright, and that was regardless of Cristiano Ronaldo's fiery departure later that month. They are players who came to Manchester United limelight perhaps too soon, two players who frustrate and create awe almost in equal measure. Whilst Garnacho's audition transpired in the confines of the academy in a Youth Cup winning campaign, Cristiano Ronaldo's took part in one of the most historic pre-season friendlies in club history. Ronaldo absolutely tore John O'Shea a new one down the left wing in the green and white hoops of Sporting Lisbon. Garnacho netted twice in a Youth Cup final against Nottingham Forest, the club's first triumph in the competition since the days of Paul Pogba, Jesse Lingard and Ravel Morrison. It didn't take long for either player to draw supporters from their seat. Cristiano Ronaldo came off the bench in the 2003-2004 season opener against Bolton to torment the opposition fullback on that side before winning a penalty in a comfortable 4-0 victory. His first start came 9 days later at home to Wolves, whilst he bagged his first United goal at home to Portsmouth in November. Garnacho, on the other hand, was primarily tested out in safer climes of the Europa League, used sparingly by Erik ten Hag against Real Sociedad and Sheriff, before earning his first start against the latter. In November, aged 19, and just 2 days after Cristiano Ronaldo had opened his United account, so did Garnacho, scoring the winner away at Real Sociedad. From then on in, he has become a fixture in the first team as Ronaldo left it. Garnacho has scored 4 goals in 29 games for United this season before his campaign was derailed by an ankle injury sustained against Southampton that halted his senior international debut for Argentina as well. Cristiano Ronaldo netted 4 goals in 29 Premier League matches for the club in his first season, but also helped himself to a goal in the FA Cup final triumph over Millwall that season before lifting the trophy. But Garnacho's not been far away from silverware success either. Only Casemiro, Fred and Marcus Rashford joined the young Argentine in playing a part in all of United's League Cup games leading up to the final at Wembley. Unlike those 3 aforementioned names, however, Garnacho would be left as an unused substitute for the final in a 2-0 victory over Newcastle. Countless stars of the time have spoken of Cristiano Ronaldo's first days at the club in a dressing room as notable outspoken players, from captain Roy Keane to class of 92 members Nicky Butt, Gary Neville and Ryan Giggs. All speak of Ronaldo's unerring talent during training, whilst in a game he would almost deliver an annoyance at his showboating as opposed to an end product. There remained an underlying frustration between Ronaldo and star striker Ruud van Nistelrooy for the Portuguese's tendency to cut back whilst delivering his crosses, with this coming after such a wonderful telepathy between Ruud and Cristiano's predecessor David Beckham. And it was one of the many roadblocks to a United team that ceded control of the Premier League to Arsenal's Invincibles in 2004. Ronaldo's cutting back and forth when at the byline, as well as his insistent desire to show off an array of tricks, is more comparable with the frustrations United fans currently have about Antony. However, Garnacho and Ronaldo share something that Antony doesn't. The Brazilian has had a serviceable first season at the club and has scored vital goals, as well as providing pivotal moments to Erik ten Hag's team. However, there is a level of predictability about him on the right wing with his over-reliance on his left foot. Garnacho, often used on the other flank, is a player as Ronaldo was in 2004, raw but brilliantly talented with an air of unpredictability and a quick silver streak that leaves him a nightmare in the back of fullbacks' heads. As first seasons go, the pair remain deadlocked until Garnacho returns to the fold, but unfortunately we might never see if the young Argentine can eclipse Cristiano's first season at Old Trafford. It isn't out of the question though that he could develop to become a similar player to Cristiano Ronaldo at Manchester United, bringing goals and trophies to Old Trafford.